All right, Alex, welcome to the podcast, dude. We're so excited to have you here today. How's it going, bud? How's your summer?
Summer's been good, just try to enjoy recharging a little bit, get together with family and friends, just enjoy that time. Obviously, doing a little bit of workouts and getting prepared for going on the ice, but it's great. Right now, we're just enjoying the summer for sure.
And we're recording this on Thursday, July 9th. Alex, you said that you've been back in San Jose for a week already. Is that a little bit early? You're not in Sweden as long this summer?
No, I mean it's early. Obviously, you try to be in Sweden, get as much time there as possible. But right now, we're actually expecting our third kid. So a reason why we're a little bit early is to kind of get into the time zone, get settled in to make it as good as possible for the new baby to arrive. So right now, yeah, it's earlier than expected, but we kind of love it as well. I mean, obviously, you come here, sun shining, it's as beautiful as ever. So we have no complaints to be here a little bit earlier than normal.
And
Dude,
congratulations to you and
congratulations.
Felicia. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
When are you expecting roughly?
It's gonna be an August baby,
Okay.
so somewhere in that ballpark. And then after that, I mean, obviously, gives it a little bit of time too before the season starts to kind of like get the mojo of having three kids. So we're kind of excited about that too, and get to enjoy that time before it all starts for sure.
Well, Alex, one of the big reasons why we're having you on is we want to talk about your summer recovery and how you are kind of getting ready for the season. But before we do that, let's kind of hit some of the basic Sharks questions that we've got to hit you with. So lots has happened with the Sharks since the end of the season, obviously. First things first, what do you say to William Eklund after that surprising trade?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's tough. Me and Eki really get along really well. Sitting next to him in the locker room, spend every single day together, pretty much. So obviously, seeing a good friend, a good teammate leave, it's never easy. Obviously, it's a part of the business. I've seen it before, and it's probably going to happen in the future with the other players. But yeah, I mean, we're all human. It doesn't make it any easier. Sure, he's going to be missed here by a lot of people, and me especially. So it is what it is. Obviously, I think the fit for him going to Ottawa, obviously reunited with Seds, is going to be great. I think he's going to have a blast there. But obviously, a little surprised, but I think there's a plan behind it, and I feel like it all going to work out for both him, for the team here, and for Ottawa. So I think it's a win-win at the end of it. So.
You've been traded before. Did you have sort of a word of advice to him or just, yeah, I mean, he's so young.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we called him the next day. Word of advice is tough because I mean, there's all different situations. I think like especially right when it happens, it just hits you out of nowhere. So the only thing you can say, I mean, and everyone knows in the hockey world as well. There's nothing personal about it. Mostly, it's just business. You got to get the team together. You try as a GM to get that squad that you think is gonna have what it takes to go all the way. Sometimes it works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. But I think he handled it as a pro. I mean, he's young, like you said, but you can see the maturity and the challenge instead. I think he's looking at it as something that would just help him boost his career, new opportunity, new situation, and make the best out of it. So I think he's doing a great job. And the knowledge I give him is just give him a pat on the back and more of a farewell and see you, maybe see you in the future kind of thing, stuff. So yeah.
All right, well, let's talk about your third child, Ivar Stenberg. I'm just kidding. Anyway, what have your conversations with Ivar been like? I know you called him when he got drafted and also at development camp.
Yeah, no, I mean, so far so great. Obviously, I feel like just for me to have a little, give him a call, talk a little bit with him, just kind of introduce him to the team here, but also like being in Sweden as well. It's a lot of things. I mean, just with the draft, it's a lot of emotion, a lot of things happening. So just give him a little bit of welcome and make him feel like he have support from us as the Swedes if he ever needs something. So short and brief, obviously. Right now he's back home celebrating celebrating being home in Sweden. So so far so great. He seems like a great kid. I'm really excited to get to know him even better, and then I can't wait to see him actually play on the Sharks as well. I mean, the talent he has. So I mean, I couldn't be more happy to have him as a teammate coming in and joining us as well. So.
All right, I have to ask you because all the fans are wondering in the grand tradition of Macklin Celebrini living with Joe Thornton, Will with Patrick Marleau, Michael Misa with Tyler Toffoli. Will Ivar be living with the Wennbergs?
So far, I mean, like I said, there's been brief conversation just to get to know each other. Obviously, our family is getting another kid as well, so we'll see if the house is full. But I mean, no matter what, like he's always going to be welcome here. I mean, there's no closed door, but you just got to see how it works out best for everyone. I mean, it was going to be a pro standpoint, and we see the fit for everyone. So
Yeah.
we're not making the decision yet, but like for us, I mean, we want him to make as comfortable as possible, feel like he have someone to lean on. I mean, we're always there for him. So if he needed it.
I mean, Alex, at a certain point, 3, 4, 5 kids, like what's the difference at a certain point, right?
No, exactly. I mean, we just gotta maybe build a bigger house and get some more bedrooms. That's it.
That's what the new contracts were.
Exactly. Perfect.
Speaking of Macklin and Will, I've been wanting to ask you, just because it's always fun to see those pictures with Mac and Will and your babies. I know that your kids, and I know your kids love them too. So, all right, so be honest here, Mac and Will, who is the better babysitter and why?
No, I mean, we have them both over. I feel like both of them are just doing a terrific job. I wouldn't even pick a favorite because both of them. I mean,
No.
the fun thing is that, I mean, like you said, you can say who's better than the other one, but when you come in and just, I mean, you know them as well. I mean, they're just great persons, and you can see how they're interacting with our kids. So, like I said, if any of them, if I have to pick and choose, I would just say like both of them just tag along because I mean, there are two peas in a pod, so I feel like they're a duo that kind of stick together. So.
All right, so they're both excellent babysitters. So together and
Absolutely,
separately.
I would trust them for sure. Yeah, no
Oh,
hesitation.
would you? Yeah, like so.
Yeah,
Would you trust
100%.
them more than any other? Like, are they up there? On the Sharks, or who you would trust in a babysitting situation?
I feel like I would probably look outside before going in within the team for babysitters. But like you said, if I really had to, yeah, I would trust them.
Well, I don't blame you for that. So that makes sense.
Yes, exactly.
Alex, I wanted to ask you what you can tell us about the Sharks' new additions here, Jacob Trouba and Mason Marchment, who you both played with, and also
Yeah.
Darnell Nurse and Michael Kesselring, who you played against.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's like I said, a lot of things happen with the Sharks. A lot of players going out, but a new players coming in. So I really like the moves we've been doing. I mean, obviously, a lot of size coming in. I mean, I think all of them is around 6'4", 6'5", it feels like.
Yep.
So great additions. And I feel like, especially how the league right now, I mean, you need that tough mentality. You need the heavy demons. You need that physicality. So I think that's going to be a big thing for our team to kind of like add that to our lineup. And like I said, I played with Marshman before. He's a great player. I mean, not only could he put ahead and be physical, he also have the sense to score those goals. He's stepping up in big games. I feel like that's a great addition right there to get him in. Play with Troops before, same thing. I mean, obviously we know him for his physicality and how good he is to get those timing on those hits, but playing wise as well. I mean, he's been in the league for so many years. He's so solid with the puck, and he's also, like I said, with the poise, with the sense of playing playoffs game in those kind of situation. I mean, he's been through it before, so I think those two guys and play with them before. I really like to have them as teammates again. So excited for that. And with the other two, Kesselring and Nurse, I mean, obviously played against them. Not always fun. Doesn't always enjoy going into battles with them. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun to have them on your side instead of playing against them. And like I said, Nurse with like same thing, kind of a troop. The experience he had, played in was a back-to-back Stanley Cup final, so he knows how to get there. Obviously, I think that's helping the team as well with the young guys and the experience in playoffs to have a guy like that who's been through that journey before. So, like I said, I'm really excited to see how we're going to line up, how the team's going to like not only start the season but progress and build even
Yeah.
that, because new guys comes in, you want to find that chemistry, but with the tools we have, all the players, I think it's a setup for a great year right now, and I think everyone's just excited to kind of get going and see what we got.
All right, Alex, just a couple more before we get to things about your routine. So, Alex, of course, you and your wife Felicia, you guys are well known around the league. You guys stand out for your social activism. Be it donating 50,000 meals to Feeding America, or you regularly support the Sharks Pride scrimmage. What I wanted to ask you is, going back, I guess, even into maybe even growing up, was there someone in your life, in your youth, who, really inspired you to kind of stand up for what's right? Your parents or somebody like that?
I mean, I would say, I mean, obviously, growing up with the parents, they kind of set the values and the standard that we have. So obviously, I think they always been that kind of people that I mean, like you should. Known saying they always told me like you should treat others as you want to be treated yourself. So I mean, if you want to be a good guy, you see people treat you the same way. So I think that's kind of how it all started. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like me and my wife, I mean, through the years as well, and what kind of person we want to be, and not maybe the impact, but like how we want to leave. Like after people meet us and all that, we want to give them our true self and what we stand for, and doing things like this to help the community, help other people a bit, or in just in general, make a little bit of difference with everyday life. I mean, that's what we try to show. So, it's just the two of us, and I say my wife is for sure the driving force behind a lot of
Mm.
things as well. But I love the fact that she opened up my eyes more and introduced me to situation or happenings in the world that maybe in the past it's more been focused on hockey. So now
Mm.
you kind of broaden your spectrum and want to do more. So I think it's just she's bringing out a better side of me, which I really appreciate from her side. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And are there any causes that you guys are supporting right now that maybe you want to talk about?
I mean, obviously, right now we are monthly donors and keep doing things on the low. I mean, not all everything we do has to be out and about. We just kind of
Sure.
try and do small things. But obviously, right now having the kids, I mean, the focus is on Fella's health, the pregnancy.
Mm.
Maybe when we're getting in and things calms down a little bit, we will focus in on what we can do to help out a little bit more when we're back with the Sharks and all that. So, I mean, obviously, nothing is really set up what we're going to do right now, but that's just because our focus right now is just to make baby number three's arrival as good as possible.
And baby number four, Ivar. So.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Him as well. So,
All right. Well, Alex, we wanted to talk a little bit as well about your recovery and your longevity and just being able to consistently improve throughout the course of your career. So, first thing I wanted to ask you was, walk us through 24 hours after a game. Like, what does recovery actually look like for you now versus, let's say, when you broke into the league with Columbus in your 20s?
no, I mean, a lot of change. I think coming into the league as well, not saying being naive, but I mean, obviously, you got so much more energy, you got so much fast recovery. So you kind of took that for granted and kind of, I wouldn't say I was slacking, but like all these small things that would have helped me nowadays. If I would have done it when I was younger, I wish someone would have told me then. I mean, and I would have listened. So obviously, nowadays for me, it's nothing special, but you find your routines, you find your habits that you
Yeah.
know is going to set you up for the best of success. And for me, I mean, obviously, sleep is one thing, and this is something I struggle with. So working a lot with meditation, that kind of things to help improve that and falling asleep. Because I mean, with the schedule, the traveling, all that, it's a lot of things going on. So I think that is something that really helped me getting ready for games for the next day, and that getting that sleep right. But other than that, I mean, it's small things. Like I said, my trainer back home that we're working with for 10 plus years, he has a PhD. So with a bunch of things that the research, the knowledge is he passed along to me. So it could be anything from getting broccoli sprouts with Nomio is one thing I do. Another thing I do is that supplements that could help that are approved that would give me that kind of like sleep or recovery wise, or if it's something that would prevent injuries. Like right now, I'm using Escape Blade, which is like more softer on the groins. It's called Marsblade. So small things that would just
Mm-hmm.
help my career getting longer and don't have to put that force in every day. So it's things like that that would help with recovery, that would help with performance. I'm all ears for it because if I could stay injury free and play at a high, closest to 100% level, I think that's where you bring out more success in your game as well. So,
I love it. So wait, so I have so many things to expand off
yeah.
of that. You said so much, and I love it. First of all, have you ever read Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker?
No, I have not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest reader. I mean, every
Yeah.
now and then I try to start a book, but usually be half finished. Might have to join the Will Smith book club, but
Yeah.
that is something I should, yeah, get onto. So
Yeah, because I know I struggle with sleeping as well, and it's a great book on not only why we sleep, but he gives some great takeaways on how to improve just quality of sleep and
Mhm.
quantity. And something I learned recently that I found really interesting is that it actually takes a lot of discipline to go to sleep quick. And that's just not a framing that I've ever learned until recently. So, but you also said that you're using Marsblades now, like the chassis,
Yeah.
or okay, yeah,
No,
on the
so what is it?
yeah.
Two years ago, it was right before signing with the Sharks, with small injuries, having groin issues, and kind of like have that everyday treatment just to kind of like get ready for the next game. And I mean the science behind Marsblade is, I mean, obviously it's kind of a clap skate, which is like it moves and adjusts to how you're skating. And for me, what it does though is that if I want to go in the same speed in the same style as I do, I don't have to use as much power with the Marsblade because it's adjust and helps me get that skate play the whole time. And because of that reason, I started just tweaking with it, finding what worked for me, and that would help me instead of having that sore groin after full game. I feel like it helps me not get there, which is
Mm.
just gives me time to recover the next game. So I was like one little bit ahead of the recovery schedule, even the game ended. So I feel like that was a big game changer for me. That I feel like
Wow.
recovery wise also did as a huge difference. I mean, obviously I can just speak from the knowledge, but that is the only reason why I used it to prevent injuries, and it actually done that for me as well. So I think it's been great and really kind for me so far. So yeah,
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I got the during COVID, I got the Mars Blades rollerblades
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
to skate outside, and I really loved them. The boot was horrible, but the actual blade was a lot of fun. So Wennberg, I just wanted to pivot a little bit about your skating because you're such a beautiful skater on the ice, and it's really fun to see just how you move. Wondering what kind of profile and sharpening you get, and also like just take us through the evolution of your skating because you seem to have like a narrow stance at the right moments. You widen your stance to protect the puck at the right moments. Sort of, just talk to me a little bit about your skating technique.
No, I mean, I did growing up. I remember once a week I had this skating coach, kind of like we went to this class. I remember when we had it, it was not the most fun. There was no pucks. It was just working on your edges and all that. And I remember like, oh, this better be worth it. And I couldn't be more happy that my parents kind of like forced me to do that because I feel like that kind of like sets the standard and builds that technique from the beginning. So that's how it started. But after that, I mean, I always try to something I've always been good at is having that uh, to be able to keep doing it. Like I'm a runner. Like if I would run like a distance, I usually be able to kind of like keep up and not really get too tired. So to translate over to my skating, to be able to push at a higher level, that is something that I've been working with my skating to have that smooth skating and not be choppy and explosive, rather to have a longer and long strides with powerfulness. So that's something that I think helped me kind of like you talked about to be able to adjust the situation, when to go deep, when to be a little bit higher, just to maintain power and that strength through a full game. So.
Oh, I love it. And then speaking of skating, I mean, you've been logging more and more ice time throughout your career, in consistently logging over 20 minutes a night. So does that like, and also as you're getting older, like has that changed how you're recovering as well? And obviously with high intensity workouts, you're building a lot of lactate, especially after a long shift. So how do you manage that, in terms of even bench recovery and also after the game recovery?
No, I mean during the game, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm superstitious, but you kind of have like your habits. So usually, like you have the same kind of setup before every game to get ready. But for me, when it comes down to the games and stuff like that, just important to get kind of like. I used to do beetroot, kind of like helps you with the
Mm.
love. No, I moved over to the broccoli sprout, which it gives that effect that you don't really get tired. You get that extra energy from it, which is like helped by science to improve, which I think helps the mind, makes you feel a little bit more uh, quick and like it gives you that extra boost that you need. Other than that, I mean, I just try to get that drinking pickle juice, kind of like prevent things, not because I maybe feel like I get the cramps, but yeah, it just helps that. So small
Mm.
things like that when I get older, small tweaks, and you kind of find that soft spot. It's like, okay, I just need to do this and that to get that level and confidence in your game, your mind, to get those minutes and like have that energy to make it through the whole thing. So it's a learning process. I wouldn't say the first game of the season is usually where you're trying to like test things out, and eventually after game 5, 10, you kind of like dialed in and you just try to keep that same routine and habits through the year. So
So, are you taking broccoli sprouts during the game?
no, so the science behind it is that so Nomio is this new thing I started, which is
Mhm.
broccoli sprouts in a kind of a shot.
Mm.
It's a blend that you take, and you're supposed to take it 3 hours before the game to maximize it. And with the help of that, this is the English term that I might be lacking, but to be able to, what was the
Lactate.
Lactate.
Yeah.
lactate? Yes.
Yep.
So to have that and be able to perform as the highest level and get the maximum out of your performance, it helps increase the fact that you would be as fresh as possible and have longer shift without feeling it as much. So something that I kind of started with hearing from my trainer and just been. I started last year was the first year, and I
Mm.
actually never felt better during the games that I had in a while. So it was really a positive effect from my experience. And there's ways to tweak it and make it even better. So I kind of soft launch it. So right now I'm trying to improve and make it even better. So with the result and how I feel during the first year, I hope this next year is going to be even better and something that would help me even feel better, perform better, and hopefully help the team as well. So.
I love it. Yeah, and so I love that because Nomio's research I think is built around reducing lactate by up to 12%, and I like the product itself because it says that you shouldn't take it on, non-extreme workout days, but only like super high intensity. So you're taking them pre-game or pre-big workouts as well.
So there's a different way to do about it. The one thing that I love about this too is that even though I'm all about performance and I mean it's obviously my job, there's research behind it that is also good to for you like your health as well. Like it helps with inflammation, it helps brain health and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like at the end of the day, just the way I want to live forever, that is something. If that's something that could help me have a better life as well, I'm all for it as well. So obviously, with the performance standpoint, I take it before games because you want to get that maximal effort. You can also use it after games to get the recovery, which it also helps with. So I'm trying as much as I can to use it only for the highest performance because that then you get the extra spike. If you do it every day, your body gets used to it. So I
Mm.
want that spikes for game days. But then after a big game, after hard workouts, you can also use it recovery. So it's a little bit of a scheduling thing. You look at it. Where can I have more benefits from it, or where could I actually stay away from it a little bit? So it's something that I'm learning a little bit more. Still working on it, but like I said, so far I've been nothing but like good positive experience from it. So I'm just eager to see the next level if that's going to give me even more. So and like I said, it like I know limited based of this, but that's why it's so good to have people that works for Nomio, my trainer that can help me steer the right way. So I'm always open to get that expertise from other people who knows it better than I do. So.
So to that point, obviously the Sharks and every NHL team has like sports scientists, sleep coaches, nutritionalists, dietitians. Like, how much of this is coming to you through the Sharks versus your own research? Like you said, you have someone you work with who's a doctor. Personally, where's that balance sort of coming from?
No, it's a great balance. And here's the thing. I mean, obviously the Sharks, we have great, our staff is amazing. They give you all the research and everything you need to have that succeed. Obviously, broccoli sprouts is based from Sweden, from a guy who's kind of like he's farming it on his own
Mm.
and find out that, oh wow, there's some positive effects from it. So it's kind of a new
Mm.
thing based from Sweden, which is maybe limited to the knowledge over here in the US. So that's why I think it's so interesting to get that first kind of look at it from Sweden and then bring it over here. And I show them and I tell them what I think about it and then get their feedback. So I think it's a great combination between the knowledge back home from Sweden, from that research, and over here as well, which just helps. Like, I mean, not only for me, I'm all for other people to try it as well. Because if it could help the team perform even better, like who wouldn't want your team to all feel a little bit closer to 100%? So that's why I feel like the combination with the Sharks and the training back home has been great. Yeah.
Are you going to try to get any of your teammates to try out Nomio? Maybe it'll help them out too.
Yeah, I mean, I tried a little bit last year, but here's the thing. I mean, everyone is different. I mean, obviously, being young as well, I remember if I had a great season, if I had great games, you try to stay with the same thing. So sometimes you don't want to get too much into superstitions. You want to stick to what you know works for you. I mean, I think it's great. Everyone's different. The placebo effect is one thing as well. If I do this, I'm going to play well. If I take
Yeah.
this, even though it doesn't make any difference. So for me, it's just older and maybe more experience. I know like if there's stuff out there that could help me and actually works based from science, I'm all ears for it. So I'm trying to give that knowledge, and then everyone can make the choice for themselves. Because I think at the end of the day, you got to do what you think is best for you. You put in your body what you think is right, and I'm just going to be there and talk about how good I think it is, and then everyone can make their own decision based on that.
Love it. Speaking of
Yeah.
placebos, personal placebo, right side of my gear always on before my left side of the gear. Right
Yeah,
skate,
exactly.
left skate, right. So
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. It's crazy. You gotta have to do it because if you mess up, like you can't play that game, right? It's,
oh no, then I gotta like take it off and go back.
Oh yeah, restart.
100%. So Alex, so let's do this. Let's do 1 through 10, and like you said, health is personal a lot of times. So I'll go through a couple of things, like certain protocols for recovery and training. You tell me 1 through 10, 1 being a complete placebo or doesn't work, and then 10 being like really effective. You already touched on this, but a good night's sleep.
Oh, I think it's 10. I mean, if you're
Yeah.
everyone's different. I know I'm not a big napper, so like I actually don't nap during game days and stuff like that. So
Oh,
maybe
okay.
my sleep is different from the rest, but I also know if I have a good night's sleep, it gives you that extra boost. I say it's a 10 with sleep for sure.
Are you a night owl or a morning person?
Neither, I would say. I just grind, whatever works.
I just grind. That's good.
Just grind.
Yeah.
That's a good shirt.
All right. Nutrition and what are you eating for games?
I mean, I'm actually kind of just go with. I think I wish I would be more healthy with my eating. I mean, get your vegetables and all that kind of stuff. I also feel like what's good for the mind is good for the body as well. So what I think works for me and gives me that extra boost with the pasta plates and what that is. So food wise, I think it's important. But for me, I sometimes feel like if I'm just going with I think is best for me rather than the best of quality, I think that would works better for me. So maybe a 6 or 7 on that one, something like that.
Okay. Cold plunge.
I would say a 2 or 3 for me. I mean,
really?
I try it.
Okay.
I try it. I like it. I know it makes different, but I don't think that makes any difference in my game. I do it more because of the placebo, because I think it gives a little bit of
Yeah.
boost. But I wouldn't say that it affects my game more than the placebo. Yeah.
All right. Sauna.
Health wise, I think it's a 7, 8 or something, but it's just the fact that I don't use it enough for it to be. I'm more of an infrared guy because I know that's more health things. So I would say that would be up to 8, 9, but I wouldn't say it's that important that I would be like, this is a lock in my schedule. So more flexibility on the sauna. Yeah.
Okay. And then just any supplements or anything like that you're taking daily?
Yeah, I mean, in general, probiotics and get your omega-3s, all that kind of stuff. I think it's mixed between, I think it's really good for you. Do I really notice them? Not really, but I know it makes a difference. So it's a combination between that is good for the mind, that the placebo that I needed, because otherwise I'm missing out. But I'm putting it high up there because I feel like those kind of things gives you extra strength, extra things, extra boost that you kind of need. So I put it up there high. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And this one's super important to everyone. What are you doing with your hair treatment?
My hair treatment? Yeah. I mean,
I need that. I need tips.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
No,
How rude, Alex.
Exactly. So, like you say, I go in no bucket before a game. So obviously, I prioritize the hair before any supplements. So
There you
yeah,
go.
100%.
I love it. I love it. Well, sort of something to sort of close up on the recovery stuff for your speed percentile, is super high in the league and amongst the top percentiles in the leagues in terms of your speed and also distance skated in ice. In terms of like working out as you get older, what's your balance of like resistance, strength training to cardio, and how much resistance training are you doing in the off season?
No, I mean, obviously, when you're younger, you work out a little bit different. It's more get those max reps, get that build that physicality, that strength to kind of like make it through. Now you're a little bit older, your mindset kind of switch and all that. So there's a lot of more injury prevents and get that like strong muscles. But something I always like mixed in is a lot of sprints with resistance. So during the summer, I actually try to stay off the ice as much as possible, get the rest, get the recovery, focus on those off season strength exercises that would help you get ready for a season. So a lot of sprints, a lot of lifting weights, heavy weights, just to kind of like get that body ready. And then usually around mid-July, August, and start ramping up on the ice. So that is something that I think helps me get that boost and get that off-season training to get ready for a season. And also to stay away from that is gets you excited about it. It gets you that hunger to kind of like get back out there when camp starts. So right now, kind of like in the prime spot when I'm back here, going to be stepping on the ice, which makes me just super excited and makes you enjoy the season even more because you get a little bit of break from it for me. So yeah.
I love it. Well, Alex, we really appreciate all this information, and I'll just tell you this from Shane and I's perspective. When we're up in the press box and early on, we'll be watching you, and we get excited about how you play under the puck and are playing defensive, and we're geeking out like we just scored a goal. We're like, you see that defensive play? That was sick. So we love that stuff. We love the way that you play the game. And thanks a lot for coming on, bud. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you very much and appreciate the kind words. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Alex. Thank you for coming on to talk about Nomio, your recovery, and good luck this summer. Good luck with number 3, and I'll see you in September.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you guys.
Thanks, bud.